Hello, welcome to the James Linker Experience. Good doggy.
Kids, pack your favorite toys. We're going to stay with Granny.
We were laughing about this like a few days ago, or like a week ago, that they're making watermelon seedless, everything seedless, so we can't grow anything. And now they're taking the tops from the pineapples. What?
They aren't trying to stop us from growing our own, are they? Nah, they would never do that.
What I would like to share with you is that robotics is very real. It scales across a wide variety of environments.
What?
You can't get good help these days, eh? I just know when our AI overlords have us strapped into our re-education chairs, we're going to be shown that clip before they start slapping us around like frankfurters.
Hey, this fortune cookie people? What is this? What is this? My fortune is an ad. It says, your data belongs to you. ExpressVPN for $249 a month. And then you flip it around. I was like, okay, whatever. So I don't get my word, but at least I get my fortune. The fortune literally says, I foresee a future where your data belongs entirely to you. That's the ad.
That is devious. And this video is brought to you by NordVPN. Just joking.
There's no one going to talk about Spotify's new ad.
Heaven of internet wishes.
Talking about skipping a funeral for music.
Sorry, Mary.
Then goes on to talk about selling your soul.
I sell my soul.
And that advert was approved by the head of marketing at Spotify, Baphomet. It's also weird why companies do this dark stuff as though it's going to make people want to buy their service.
Kylie Jenner's partnership with Dunkin' Donuts is eerie to say the least. For those in the know, I want you to take a good look at this picture behind me and you'll see it right away. I mean, those who have eyes will see. Take a good look at that. Does nobody else find it eerie that a member of the Kardashian family, let alone the first billionaire within that family, is doing this in an ad with a popular donut and beverage company? I mean, come on, guys. Totally unrelated for entertainment purposes only, but I happen to find this photo of Kylie and her sister from 2015. It looks like on a Polaroid type camera. Take a good look at that and tell me what you notice as well. As if it wasn't eerie and creepy enough, I found this photo on the internet as well, and many people, hypothetically, are saying this is putting it right in front of our faces. So I'm sure an ad like this is just for artistic purposes only. It's only for entertainment, you know? They're just doing it because it's provocative and it gets people talking, right? There's no deeper hidden meaning behind all of these photos, right?
As if you needed any more reasons not to drink that pink toilet water. The one eye is seen as demonic symbolism for anyone who's new to this. For regular viewers of this channel, you'll be familiar with these dark rabbit holes.
I want to ask you about a patent, an actual patent that the Walmart Corporation has. This is a patent for a shopping cart, and I think we have a graphic to this effect. This is a patent for a shopping cart that uses sensors to track the speed of your cart, your heart rate, your body temperature, and then feeds it into a server for analysis. I emphasize this is not a joke. This is not, AI didn't invent this, sadly, but AI is going to use it. Walmart has this. Why would Walmart want something like this?
Companies hem and haw and deny that they're using things like surveillance pricing in many settings. But I think if we look at what they do and say in other settings, the technologies they're building and bothering to patent, to get monopoly rights for, to monetize, if we look at what they tell their investors, if we look at the companies they're scooping up, they're buying up AI pricing tech companies.
I'm going to be the weirdo who brings my own shopping cart to the supermarket. Where is this going to end? Just plug us in. The Matrix. There you go. That's where it's going to end. Enjoy.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is filled with Masonic symbolism and truth hidden in plain sight predictive programming, and I'm about to break it down for you right now. I do think it is interesting how Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jon Bernthal are in two of the biggest blockbusters of the summer at the exact same time in theaters with The Odyssey and Spider-Man Brand New Day. But we'll just leave it at that. So the movie is based around mind control, and the government, the CIA, has openly admitted to experimenting with mind control during the MK Ultra project during the Charles Manson era. One of the most obvious, of course, of every Spider-Man movie, he shoots webs whenever he makes the devil horns. Here you see the duality, as above, so below. Him showing the one eye is evil, a sign of the devil, Lucifer, Satan watching over you at all times. And of course you have the horns on top of his head. This is of course made famous, Anton LaVey, one of the founders of the Church of Satan, or the founder, made famous in the 60s with rock stars. Also, you cannot get within 33 feet of Jean Grey or else she can control your mind.
You have a limit to your jump radius, don't you? 33 feet. I don't see anybody up here for you to hop into.
The number 33 is important in Masonic symbolism. Another obvious one is this inhibitor chip that Peter has to put in the back of his neck, symbolizing the mark of the beast, a microchip that eventually they want to start introducing. This is more predictive programming, more truth hidden in plain sight. They're even advertising this to kids in the popcorn buckets with the RFID inhibitor chip in the back of Spider-Man's neck. Secretive handshakes with ties to Masonic symbolism. They have secret handshakes.
It's a Punisher in the film. I may have missed a point. Have any of you seen Spider-Man? Did you notice any of this stuff that this guy is talking about?
NASA's own satellite captured this massive wheel-shaped object right by the sun, and it looked like it was deploying some kind of shield. And this piece of footage is from the Stereo A HI2 camera, February-March 2020. Now, over several days in early 2020, this strange circular object with internal spokes keeps showing up. And if you watch these curved parts, they almost look like the object is extending a field or a shield around itself. Now, Stereo A studies the sun and solar storms, and its HI2 camera images huge areas of space between the sun and Earth. So, why is there a giant wheel in these pictures? And once again, NASA says this is just an optical artifact, a reflection of the bright planet Venus bouncing inside the camera's lens. It moves exactly opposite to Venus, and they've seen similar reflections before, apparently. But UFO researchers argue it looks way too clean and structured to be a simple lens flare, and some are even calling it a Z equals will.
How can something get that close to the sun and not explode like a teenager's acne? That is a genuinely curious clip. You can shove your space junk where the sun don't shine. No pun intended.
Aliens.
A group of entities that are basically overseeing the universe, I guess is the simplest way to say.
Okay, so they're aliens.
Yeah.
And this cast of characters, Arthur Young, Ruth Forbes Payne Young, plus an Astor and a DuPont, and all these other names from American financial history, they're all in one room in Maine, in a farmhouse, in the middle of nowhere. And they're having a seance. And there's an Indian gentleman conducting the seance. And in the midst of the seance, he's causing things to materialize, what they call apports. So all of these threads materialize out of nowhere. One for each of the 9 people that are at this particular seance. And he's channeling a spiritual force. And the spiritual force says, we are 9, and you are 9. And you're going to be instrumental in controlling the fate of this planet in the future.
I'm glad I can only count to 8. Billionaires communicating with satanic entities. Just another Monday morning these days. There are a lot of theories like this of alien races or entities that control the Earth or are battling for control of the Earth.
What is this? Do you see that? Dude, you had to see it a second ago. What the is that? Dude, it looked like a rocket. What is that?
There could be a rational explanation. Boring. Would a rocket be flying across the sky like that? These UFO videos constantly teasing us.
A strange mystery is stumping the internet right now. What the hell
Who's moving this water? So a video coming out of a rural farm in India has gone viral this week, showing this water in a well recently built by the farmer seemingly moving in isolation of everything else. And no one currently knows why or how. I mean, it's to the point where local authorities have sent a specialized research team to investigate what's going on. Now, we do know that it's not an earthquake because authorities have confirmed that 0 seismic activity has been recorded in that region, but other geologists have presented theories such as trapped air beneath the surface or even the process of underground recharge.
What a strange story. Can anyone in this community come up with a reason why that water is partying all night?
When Lear first described the soul trap, he didn't sound like a man inventing fantasy. He spoke like an engineer recalling a schematic. His tone flattened into procedure, inputs, outputs, systems. It's not mystical, he told one interviewer. It's a process. The body energy detaches, and within seconds the lunar network locks on. According to him, sensors embedded across the moon's surface detect consciousness as electromagnetic residue, drawing it upward into a transmission grid positioned near the far side craters. That grid's centerpiece, he said, was a geometric structure, cube or tower-like, anchored at a coordinate he refused to specify. Data flowing through that anchor streamed into what he called the processing field, an invisible energy zone enveloping the near side. The entire mechanism, he claimed, operated on frequency resonance. The soul vibrates like any signal, he explained. Change the frequency, and you change identity. To believers, the description resembled a cosmic data farm. To skeptics, it was metaphysical science fiction dressed in equations. Lear insisted he wasn't speaking metaphorically.
So this is the idea that there is a structure on the moon that traps our souls when we pass away. I'm not sold by that theory, but it will be interesting to see what we find on the moon when we actually land there again.
This whole LeBron trade, him going to Philly, you guessed it, it's a ritual.
How?
A Kobe Bryant ritual.
Now I gotta know.
So he announced that he is going to Philly, which is a weird move.
Why Philly?
Why Philly? Oh yeah, Kobe Bryant's from Philadelphia.
Interesting. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
So he announced this on the 24th, and he signed for $8 million.
Come on.
So you mean to tell me that Kobe Bryant wore the number 8 and 24? Huh.
Sounds like a high-level Masonic
Interesting. Let's keep moving. Philadelphia. We all know that Kobe's from there and whatnot, right? Right before Kobe passed, what did LeBron do?
He passed him, and Kobe passed. The next day,
he passes Kobe Bryant for the scoring title.
You know what number that was?
33.
33.
Yep, 33,000 and then something else.
Something, yeah.
He passes him. The next day, Kobe Bryant. And then he passed his scoring title where? In Philadelphia. It was in Philadelphia.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
In that same game, they had a snake on the floor, cut up in 8 pieces. Zoom in. There's the snake right there. Then Kobe's father, Jelly Bean Bryant. What number did Jelly Bean Bryant wear? 23.
23.
Now, what number does LeBron wear?
23.
Oh, 23. So you mean that he's going to be wearing the same number for the same team now? And he's not only passing Kobe and using a Kobe ritual logos, but now his father too? Gets even weirder. There is a tattoo on LeBron's chest right here. That is the boule.
Oh, so he's a part of the boule.
Now, does anybody want to take a wild guess where the boule was started? In Philadelphia.
LeBron is going to be out there balling till he's 99. When there are too many coincidences, there's a pattern and all that. But also, you could probably take any numbers and attach some type of meaning to them. I know fairly little about basketball, so I'd be interested to hear from members of this community what they think about that. Don't tell me I'm the only one who is thinking, stamp on it.
You're looking at a Sphinx, tucked away in an Ohio forest, 30 miles south of Cleveland, off a gravel trail in a country park, sitting on sandstone that's 300 million years old.
Why have I never heard of that before? Should someone be looking into that?
There's a glowing blue substance in plants that helps people to become telepathic, and it's been known about to Western science since the 1850s. In 1905, this substance was rediscovered and named telepathine because the plants that were being used by the indigenous people allow them the capacity to see and find information about villages that were 100 miles away. The name was later changed from telepathine to harmine or harmaline. It was recognized that this substance was a substance that was previously isolated in the 1850s from the plant Peganum harmala. Harmala is an Arabic word meaning sacred and protected. The seeds of this sacred plant, Peganum harmala, were found to be under the tongues of pharaohs buried in Egypt.
Different plants are known to have different effects on humans if consumed, so to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if a bit of that for breakfast turned you into Professor X.
Out here on Lake Michigan, floating away, lost at sea, send help if you can. I'm on a tube, just watching the sunset, probably about 10 miles offshore, I would say. This is not ideal.
Probably best not to use your last bit of battery on content, but each to their own. This has been the James Linker Experience. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.